All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Upscale Love for You. The program participants' opinions are based on the information that they consider from their own knowledge. No expressions or accuracy is related to Upscale Love for You.
I love you, ditto.
Oh, you wrong for
mean,
that, Douglas.
but that's you know, that's the hard stance that I have. But then eventually, I transition a little bit and stuff.
I know. Like I
But
say, you have to reel them in. You got to work the wrong way, and then you'll come. You'll be like putty in the hand. But
when that comes to what's one of the other phases where when you start,
I'm getting ready to give it to the next one is with Dr. Feelgood, accommodation.
yeah.
Okay, accommodation. Let me go to the definition. It says something supplied for convenience or to satisfy a need, such as lodging, food, services, or traveling space or related services. Also, a public conveyance, such as a train that stops at nearly all points. A loan or that adaptation adjustment. A lot of times we talk about couples need to sacrifice. Sacrifice has a negative connotation because that means you're losing something and you may not get it back. But if you accommodate and you make an adjustment, you're gonna have less resentment because you can't. A lot of times, women accommodate men in the way that, hey, I hate sports, but I'll watch this basketball game with them. I don't like this, but I will put up with it for now.
Mm-hmm.
Men accommodate women by, hey, you gonna walk on the inside.
Good. I want to know.
So
How
you
do
gonna
you
walk on
accommodate us?
You gonna walk on the inside of the
after the fact.
Yeah, bring you the washcloth. Yeah, that's accommodation too. But like walking on the inside, chivalry. Chivalry is an accommodation. That's taking a step back and getting outside of yourself, because people in general are selfish. But when men are accommodating, that means that they're looking outside themselves.
And that's where is accommodation.
Oh, say that again.
Did chivalry, being chivalrous?
Yes, it's an accommodation.
Is being
accommodating.
The more I listen,
somewhat. I don't have that perspective on that.
Okay.
Really persuaded.
Okay, holding a door for a lady. Is that supplying a convenience? Should her hands don't touch the door?
But
no, that's just being courteous and demonstrating what you would want someone to do for your mother, your sister, your aunt.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's just manners. I don't see a man being chivalrous as being making an accommodation. Either he is chivalrous or he is not. So if you go into it as it relates to chivalry, if you go into it saying, I'm doing this to accommodate her, then that's not you and you ought not to do it. And
that's what I'm talking about.
And she needs to make a decision.
What I'm saying is that
an example of accommodation is when you go shopping with them.
Yeah, that is definitely.
They go into each store and they try stuff on and don't be buying stuff, and you could be at home because
watching the
not
game.
True, Douglas. That's definitely not an accommodation if you're going shopping with them and they buying stuff for you too.
They usually don't happen like that.
That's just the fake the punk. True. That's the fake the punk when you buy something for us. Just so because we were there with you.
So
y'all haven't had the right kind of woman.
Let me ask this question then. So chivalrous is holding the door. If I don't open that door for you, are you going to open it?
Yes,
So
but that is very
yeah,
disrespectful, Papa Doc.
no,
but no, here's no, being
hold on, wait a
chivalrous
minute. Let
is
me clear it
something.
up. Let me clear it up. If I don't open that door, you're gonna open it. So if I open the door, I'm accommodating to you. Okay? Chivalry is one thing, accommodation is a whole nother thing.
So,
Wait,
so what you're
But
saying is,
it wasn't presented that way. And
Okay.
if you open and hold the door, um and you're
Then
being
it's both.
chivalrous, or you're
And
being kind, or you're being
it's both.
courteous, because you don't necessarily do that in relationships. People do that just in general.
Correct.
Men tend to do that in general. But if we're in a relationship and you don't feel the need to open the door or open the car door or pull out the chair or walk on the outside of the sidewalk, I suggest you do that in the beginning,
Right.
so that
Right.
she can say, "Oh, I'm dealing with the Neanderthal," and make a
that's
decision
it.
if
That's
that's what
it.
she want to do. Some
Okay.
women like Captain Caveman, or some women are willing to accept. And if she's willing to, okay. But
Mm.
ugh.
But here's a couple things. Being chivalrous is not the first definition would be accommodating for me. Although the act of doing all that is accommodating, but that wouldn't be my first definition of it. And here go again. When a man doesn't do that, he's a caveman. But it's like then the female is not being a lady at times to warn him
Caveman with no
and
home
stuff.
training.
And a lot of women are like that too, no home training. They don't know how to behave in public as a woman or a lady should. So that goes both ways.
That
And
is
But to
that's
that.
hold
why
the
I
door
said
open,
show that side initially. And if a woman is not okay, you attract what's in you. So if you are attracting a woman who has no home training and does not know how to act, look at your vibration, make a decision, and let her be.
Mm.
yeah, that's when the brother fell into Captain Saberhole moment and he got crazy a little bit. But
Not Captain Saberhole. Ooh.
yeah,
Captain Saberholes be trying to get some. That's all they be. And then when they get
hold up.
tired, now they Captain Saberholes.
Well, Captain Chivalrous trying to get something too.
Yeah.
So
Right. Thank
men,
you.
we always trying to get some. That's why we mess with y'all. Just let's go put that out there.
Douglas.
Cause y'all
Yeah.
not gonna be my
Douglas.
friend. I mean, that's
Speak
the truth.
speak the
I mean,
truth, bro. Speak the truth, bro.
I was about to say, at least
Please
he's
speak
being
the truth.
honest.
Speak the
I
truth.
mean,
Okay.
that,
And our chivalry goes unrewarded all the damn time. So
right. I mean,
Then
that's when
make
it's
a
just in you to
decision
do these
and
things.
walk away. If she does
But
not receive your
Or
chivalry,
appreciate your
walk
chivalry.
away. Just
Walk.
walk
There you
away.
go, sister. Bankston,
oh
you
no,
said it.
we
You hit it on the head.
it's two different conversations around the same topic going
You
around.
don't walk away because you're still trying to get some.
There you go. And it must have was good when he got that snippet of it. There you go. We done laid the plank. Mr. Beard, you got your hand up.
And for man, if we're gonna be gentlemen, we're gonna be gentlemen to everyone. That's one level. Now, if you're just trying to be a gentleman to get some, that's different. So if you're just gonna be a gentleman because it's in you, whether she acknowledges it or not, you're still gonna be a gentleman.
Mm. Okay.
But we
So
all trying to get some so we can be adventurous and
Douglas, you crazy.
use our thigh scratches.
Mr.
and we
Beard, your
and,
hand
and,
is up. Go
and we
ahead,
Captain
Mr.
Save
Beard.
and we Captain Save a hole. Yeah, go ahead.
Only
Yes,
on the
man.
weekends.
I'm gonna say that Douglas ain't tell no lies. I'm gonna be honest with you. I heard
Come
no
on and be
lies
honest.
to it. I know a lot of people have different feelings on it, but You know, I do agree to a certain extent about that chivalrous thing because honestly, we're expected to hold doors, and you know, it's not that. It's kind of like a given. It's a trait that you look for, but what I don't see much of is when I hold the car door and let you in and shut the door behind you. I don't usually see the lady that leans over and pops the door for me. You know what I mean? That's the other side of different things that women used to do or would think that they would do, you know,
I
to
do it.
complement that chivalrous thing. I ain't saying it don't happen, but I can honestly say, you know, on the time I've been on this earth, I've only met one person that actually did that. But you know, it's expected for us to do those things, but not necessarily for the ladies. For the ladies, it's yo, that's what a man does. That's what a man does. But
That's
that
what
that
you're supposed to
that
do.
grandmama and that auntie that say when he does this, you do this, and that's how you compliment him. That's not being, you know, instilled. But we still have to perform on our own, you know, to give you that. And as far as compromise goes, or as far as people, as far as it goes, when you know we sit, he's absolutely right. And the best example I heard was the whole mall thing. I got it. Y'all women feel like, you know, if I buy him something, that validates us going to the mall. No, we hate the mall. We hate going to 9 stores and walking out with a pair of socks. But we suck that up as a compromise for our little lady. Just like how you said, y'all sit there and y'all watch the football game for us, knowing that y'all not interested. Y'all take that L. And we sit there in the bed with y'all watching Real Housewives of everywhere. We really don't care about who this girl was dating and why she mad at him, but we do compromise.
Beard, you know, when you start watching that good old reality with your boo, you get caught up. So don't play, Beard.
Yeah,
Don't
we ain't
play.
got no choice but to get caught up. That's the only thing on the TV.
Mm.
Now, when they start arguing and fighting, of course our antennas go off. But are we gonna sit down on that chair and turn that reality show off if you going to work or if you out of town? We don't care nothing about it. It's one of those things that we step back and say, you know what, my little lady interested in it. I ain't gonna make no noise. I'd rather watch the game, or I'd rather watch Sports Center, or I'd rather watch anything. You know, HGTV. Y'all watch that
Mm.
stuff. Y'all watch Flip Everybody's House in Everybody's City. You know, it look interesting. I mean, not 3 hours a day interesting, but you know, we make that compromise and we swallow our pride and we accept that with our little ladies too. But when it comes to compromising and stuff like that, it's expectations for guys and it's consideration for women, and that stuff don't be 50-50. It don't be on the same page, and it doesn't go back and forth. It's kind of a you supposed to, and then you should appreciate that I'm doing it, and that don't always translate.
Okay, well, I can appreciate your thoughts. But I say this most of the time, men, when you are dating someone, you'll find that out if she's that real lady that you're looking for, how she accepts and do the things that a real woman should do. And sometimes you women don't even know how to be real women. So if you got to teach her, then you got to step back and say, So like my sister, Miss Bankson said, it's either there or it's not. So you have your hand up.
Yeah, I was listening about the chivalry and accommodation. I feel like that's more of a love, like it's a love language to me. You know, like just the way guys are, you know, they show chivalry to their woman is the same way women will cater to their men, like as far as cooking for them and everything. But I feel like it's more to that than just being chivalrous to a woman and how you show love for her. I think someone in the group said something about their wife asked them, you know, do you still love me? And he was just like, well, I'm still married to you, ain't I? Which I feel like maybe her love language was she needs some words of affirmation. And you could have gave that to her. And it could have been so simple. So when it comes down to accommodation, I feel like that's just a love language.
Okay. All right. Well, I see you have Douglas put in a trauma. He finally got that moment. But okay, I am going
I'm
to,
just coming off mute to respond, but
okay.
I'm gonna
All
let it
right.
slide. I'm gonna let it build up and explode next meeting.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Douglas, I understand. So, with that being said, Tasha, Lady T, she has stability. And you know, you got to always have a little stability in a relationship. And I'm going to bring it on home with co creation stage. So, Lady T, are you ready with stability?
Yes, Dr. Fabulous. I think stability, we've covered most of the topics. So, in order for you to be stable, you have to communicate. You have to trust that person. You can't have these wild up and downs. Um, and also, you have to be honest with one another. And whether you're married, whether you're in a relationship, I feel that you need to just put it out there. You need to like lay your foundation. This is what I want from you. This is what you want from me. And then let's just work on it. It is not going to be easy, but I feel like if you want that prize, then you will work at it. And to work at it, we need love, we need kindness, we need creativity, we need fun. So to have those things, you have to create a a foundation that you two, will agree to.
All right. Well, with that being said, she gave you stability. So I'm going to come back to you, Douglas. I'm going to put my part in there. The last stage of the relationship game is co-creation stage. And in this stage, you choose to move ahead in your relationship as a team. Because right now, when you're co-creation in that stage, you're cohesive. There is a bond. Anything you got, you want to build your empire together. And so that means that you're going to love one another. You're almost to the altar when you at the co-creation stage and you're working together on things to build. Okay. So Douglas, you got your hand up. What do you think about the co-creation stage when everything is about the both of you and you're building, you're building?
Well, first of all, the co-creation stage is defined as relationship. But I need the definition of stability within the relationship because um, we know what that means, but what does that look like?
Well,
Because I realize
stability,
that a lot of women say, "Well, I got divorced because he wasn't a great provider,"
no,
and then
not
come to
necessarily.
well,
I'm
no,
going to
wait,
give
wait,
you,
wait, and what I come to find out that when women say that, it's like the man didn't provide or the husband didn't provide the type of lifestyle that they wanted, but the household was stable and he was providing for at a certain level, but she wanted more. And also I hear women say, well, we broke up because he wasn't damn, what's that? He didn't want more. He wasn't a go-getter. He
because
was just
grass is
satisfied with
higher
just
than dirt. Heard it all. Grass is higher than dirt. I heard it. Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
the man was providing at a stable level, but since the woman wanted more, so that's why I'm like, what's stability in a relationship?
Well,
I come
stability
home to you, you come home to me. That could be a
under,
label, a level of stability.
okay. So in every relationship, it's different. So you have to look at your relationship one on one. Stability for me was my husband owned a construction firm. And so, in the winter months, exactly in Georgia, it's cold. I'm an educator by profession. So he would handle the bulk. He would pay. My money was surplus money. But when the winter time came and if his funds were slow, I stepped in like a trooper because that's the stability in our relationship. I'm supposed to be his surplus. I was his backbone. So anything that we needed and I could accommodate, I did that as being his wife. Understand?
Right,
So
right.
you
I,
have
I
to look
mean,
at,
we all understand that, but it's just that the previous statements and stuff, and
It's all cohesive. It all goes hand in hand.
And I believe that a relationship, including marriage, is like a roller coaster. You're gonna have them ups and downs and twists and turns and stuff, and that's just part of it.
It is.
Because but
every day is not gonna be sunshine.
Right, because stability, being stable means you're not you're a solid structure. You're not moving that much. But in a relationship, ups, downs, I'm gonna love you one day, hate you the next, but I still like you. I
Douglas,
like you
I said
today, but I don't.
Wild ups and downs. There's a difference. You're going to have the ups and downs, but not the wild ones, like going off, taking your whole check and going to the casino. That's not stable. Then you still have to pay your light bill, or paying
Use
for
candles.
$1,000 weave and you need groceries. That's wild up and downs.
Emotional stability and financial security. I think, to me, those are two different things. But what I'm hearing is stability and security being used or referenced interchangeably. And for men and women, I think that looks different. Relationships need to have some emotional stability. Yes, they're going to be ups and downs, but if we are stable emotionally in our relationship, we're going to weather those ups and downs.
I agree.
And that was excellent. Couldn't say it any better. So, with all of that being said, is there anyone that would like to give their final thoughts on the stages about relationships or in relationships? Because everybody got to know what stage of the game they're in with their partner. And if you don't have a relationship, look forward to one, Douglas.
I'm just going to say that we use the word accommodating, and a relationship is accommodating someone else in your life, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Well, you might have a point when you got to accommodate, but that means you really don't like them, Douglas, if you accommodating now. What you all think? Do you think when you say you accommodate, wait,
and we eat it anyway, we are accommodating her because she needs to go back home to her mama and get some more kitchen time.
You know what, Douglas, you are that person. But when you say you accommodate, don't that sound like you just dealing with a person? You don't really like them?
You accommodate a relationship. Some days you don't like your partner. And you have to think of the better times to help you get through so you can get back to better times.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you just I know you looked at your husband sometime and be like,
no.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
We was 365 all the way live.
Except that leap year was that one day. It wasn't that. So okay, I'll take that. It wasn't good all the time.
Okay, if you say so, Douglas.
My cousin they've been married like 65 years now. Yeah, I asked, people was like, well, what does it take to last that many years? Was it all good? Oh no, baby, no. So I've heard it from experienced people.
Oh.
And I know it myself. So
okay.
Nothing is good all the
everybody have a different formula. Everybody have a different taste. My taste was always good. I see we have a new name on the board. We got Jay, we got Jasmine. Welcome all of you. Welcome everyone. Don't let this be your last time. Miss Banks, and I love hearing you in a dream. All of my people, I enjoy, and Papa Docs, I hope you're not too intoxicated where you won't remember or forget what we talked about tonight, so you can keep your stages in order, okay, Papa Doc? Oh, okay, well, he must be doing something else over there. So With that being said, do you have anything else you would like to share with us, Lady T or Dr. Feelgood?
No, I'm good for this week. Thanks.
You good for this week? Jay, would you like to say something? You came on, but we didn't hear from you. Can you hear me, Jay? Okay, I guess Jay say not tonight, not tonight. Lady T, do you have something you would like to say before we close out?
No, I just want to say thank you all for coming, and I will see you next week at the same time and same place.
All right. And with that being said, you all know what, Douglas, I know you got one more thing to say. I can just see it. I can see it all over your face. You got one more thing you want to tell me? You sure? Uncle Tim, you cool? All right. So with that being said, you all know what the deal is. Guess what, y'all? Smooches. Mwah. Good night.